Welcome to our most recent IQP Reflections. We're here with Maddie Blake from WPI Women's Basketball. Maddie, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Rusty, for having me.
Can you give us a quick rundown, when, where, and the title of your IQP, please?
Yeah, so last D term, I was supposed to go to Greece, Thessaloniki, Greece, and due to the COVID-19 pandemic, I ended up doing my IQP from New Hampshire, my hometown, and my IQP I ended up being able to explore the impacts of the pandemic on special education in my local school district.
Great. So this is something specific. So literally, February 15th, you had no idea that you'd be in New Hampshire, and you had no idea that would be your IQP.
Exactly. Yeah, we were actually going to leave a week from the date we found out that we weren't going to be able to go anymore. So we were kind of blindsided, but our advisors made the most of it, and it ended up being a great experience.
So obviously initial disappointment. How'd you make the best of it?
Yeah, so I think it was helpful. Our advisors gave us a lot of time to just kind of talk about it, and they didn't really force anything on us the first week or two of IQP of the actual term. We were able to just kind of meet together and express our frustrations and like kind of how we wanted to move our IQP into a different direction, because we also found out we weren't going to be able to work with our sponsors anymore.
So get all the bad news out right away. Just kind of, it's almost like playing basketball. Like, okay, feel sorry for yourself. You have till 9 o'clock the next day, and then it's right back at it, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so you get going, and you're able to do it from the comfort of your home, your own home. What was a typical day like during your IQP?
So usually I scheduled a couple interviews with local special educators per day. These could have been physical therapists or just intensive needs case managers. And so I had them kind of spaced out throughout the morning usually, because that's when they were available. And so I'd have those interviews, and I had some really great conversations with them. And then later in the day, I would kind of recap the interviews, write them all out, and do a little bit of analysis. And then I would start figuring out ways that I could implement them into my final paper and project.
Great. What were some of the best memories of your IQP?
I think, honestly, just some of the real conversations that I had with the special educators, they were all really nice, and they were really open and just like completely willing to be like, this situation is kind of a bummer right now, but we're doing everything we can to make the most of it. And they all had such positive outlooks, even though they were all definitely struggling because of the shift to online learning.
And what did you learn ultimately from this IQP project?
I mean, I learned that education will definitely be different no matter if it's special education or just general education. But I think that teachers are very dedicated to what they do, and that there might be a little lag for while the pandemic is happening, but I have no doubt that students will be able to catch right up.
We're glad you came to WPI. Don't get me wrong, but it sounds like you have an interest in education. How did you develop that?
Yeah, so my mom actually works in our local school district, and I was trying to figure out a project to do, because we obviously didn't have our original one. And I just know that the people that she works with are very nice people. And I had actually been a paraprofessional over the summer when I go home. And I just really loved working with the kids. So it was a really cool project to be able to do.
So once you get involved in that project, obviously I have the question. Give me an example of something that occurred that you did not expect you could answer in pandemic. But once you got into the belly of the particular project, did you have to make any other adjustments? Did anything change?
Not really. I mean, I think originally I took the project, I guess, in a direction of like what is going to change because of this pandemic, but I think I didn't understand that there wasn't a whole lot that was going to like a big question I asked was, what did you have to do, obviously, besides changing to online learning and teaching during this pandemic? And it was surprisingly enough that they're like, we're staying with our curriculum and we're just going to see how it goes and just play it out by
So
ear.
the results surprise you a little bit compared to what you were thinking going in?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think I was more surprised at how emotional the teachers were towards the situation, but that was more unexpected because I figured that the actual curriculum would be a little more different.
Great. And opportunity to talk about your team. Can you tell me who they were and who your advisor was?
Yeah, so I had Robert Hirsch and Melissa Bell as my advisors, and they were great people, just trying to keep us connected the whole time. And I kind of worked in different groups throughout the whole term. So it was kind of with the whole Thessaloniki Greece IQP. And one of the best groups I got to work with was in a video production group. And so we just kind of took everybody's IQP projects, because in the end we put them all together, and we like interviewed each other, and we were able to put it all together in the end. So that was really fun.
Perfect. And I hope this has a positive ending with when the grades were submitted.
Absolutely. Yep, we came out on top.
Congratulations, well-deserved day. It sounds like a wonderful experience. And again, a tip of the hat to you and your group and everybody that was on a D-term IQP to make the best of a crazy situation. Maybe we'll see it again in 100 years. I don't think you and I will be around. You might. You might be 120 at that point. I don't think I'm going to make it. Hopefully, hopefully things are back to normal. And as I know, you want to see your teammates and other students get to experience a more traditional IQP. But great job making the best of it, Maddie.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for taking the time to share your story.
Thank you for having me.
Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.